And welcome back. It's Shay Seeking. And I don't know. I'll be, every day I wake up and ask myself a question. A question. And usually I keep these to myself about what can somebody think of that can heal a nation or a world? It's kind of like, what are we doing wrong? Like, I'll be asking these questions sometimes. And it's laws or lies, okay? Or what lies beneath shit. And I asked myself today, I said, I know there's so many laws. I talk about these laws and they just confuse and everything. And then I thought about this. I said, well, I want to know how many laws there are. How many laws do we have? Because I don't know. I mean, shit, the only ones I really pay attention to on a day-to-day basis is don't steal, kill, stuff like this. That's in the 10 Commandments, okay? And so, just say laws versus agency rules and regulations, table complied by author. Looking back, there have been 88,899 federal rules and regulations since 1995. Now, do we just have to follow the law, or do we have to also follow rules and regulations? You know what I'm saying? And it says rules and regulations since 1995 through December 2016, as the chart shows, but only 4,312 laws. Now, this is back in 2017. Do you see what I'm saying? God is not the author of confusion. That's why he came up with 10 Commandments. And a couple moral codes and ethics. 432. So 403,000, what the fuck? 4,312 laws. It got to be in the fives or something now. By now. And what does it really mean? And how in depth do you go when you go and read into these rules and regulations here? And when is it necessary to imply them? It's almost like, which sin is the worst sin? Two people meeting at a time when anything is possible and falling in love and breaking all the rules to be together. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst thing we got to worry about. Or how to tear something down, how to hurt people, how to break hearts. Like, I feel like that's what we're concerned about a lot right here in this spiritual time. It saddens me because sometimes I can't even tell who is on my side and who is not. I can't tell who to thank for a gesture of kindness and who not to. So it's almost like something is broken. And I just keep praying, I think, trying to go outside of myself, but also going within to try to ask the gods, the ancestors to fix the shit. Like, I'm trying to tell you what it is. Something is broken. I feel like it is something like a binding, like somebody trying to do the same thing they used to do is not working. Might be a little bit, but it's not working all the way. But it's just a strange situation to be in. And it feels like all eyes are on you, but there many of them are against you, and for no reason, really, no real reason. That's what's gonna happen to the real children of God. Seems like the children of God just live a very tumultuous life. So that gotta mean that that's true about Satan having power over the world right now. And I don't know. I feel like that's control or a grasp on the world energy, Having control over it, but not in it. It made me think of that other world, but not in it. But anyways, I was just thinking too. I was thinking like, even when we were talking about last night about the, like, if they did these things, and you know, it'll make people second guess that they want to do something to break the law. But then again, when they do something to break the law and come out, then, you know, when it comes to like whatever programs they could set up for these people, they'll be ready to be productive citizens, you know. And then it made me think about veterans too. We say we care about veterans, but they just, you know, go out of the scene and people don't really pay no attention or something like this. When, you know, if you think about it, if they don't even have military people, they could hire veterans, you know what I'm saying, to go into these jails. Then they have something to do that brings joy to them, that then it extends and extends and extends it. And it heals a nation. It takes those who should be honored and cherished in their minds to be plucked and, you know, not plucked, okay, but picked. Like how you want to pick somebody's mind. They know about the past and the things that their ancestors taught them or their dads instilled in them. And a lot of people, you know, have changed their mind or just gotten out all the negative things that they had to endure as a child or something like this or whatever. And at a certain point in your life, you start turning into a better and a better and a better person. You know, old traits might pop into your life for a second here and there, but you notice it and say, nah, you know, that ain't me no more, or that's not me. It's okay to say that wasn't even me to begin with. You know, but then you start noticing how much, you know, if you let it, the outside forces can, you know, grab onto your life and try to have some portion of control. You know, but I was just thinking about that. Like, how many laws, like, is this even possible for anybody who know even 2 of them? Who really know 10 laws? You know, who could just in their free time, spare time, just with all 10 of your fingers, who can name 10 of these laws? It's just so, I don't know about all that political stuff. I don't know how to put all these terms in it, but it's just basic stuff. It's basic stuff. If the women in the community raise the children in the community together, you know, I don't know. There's something about the spirit or the something here when it comes to neighborhoods and stuff like that and how they need to be healed, because it got to be a priority. It's not a priority, obviously, to the God-bringing forces. So I don't see why they give money to these programs and stuff like this and it never benefits anybody. It's like they need to work on the people, work with the people, to work for the people, to work with the people, to build the people up from within, and then, you know, allow them to want to clean up, to want to even clean up their own neighborhoods or clean up their own act. But what we do in so-called communities that are, you know, black communities or American Indian communities, is they instill people that don't make those people a priority. Their priority lies with their heritage or their culture or their people. And that's what they make the money in your community from you, and then they take it right back home. They don't put it back in. They don't put it back in. So you see what I'm saying? But if you're allowing people that don't prioritize you to build in your, and even it's been like where there was a African girl, I believe. She opened up a beauty supply in one of these towns I was from, and she got shut down by all the other Asian people because they started to drop their prices, or because the way they order their things is in bulk with each other, and then they split the pay, like they order like 10,000 combs, and everybody throughout the whole state, you know what I'm saying, order that one order, and they all pick up from each other and put it in their shops. Where again, this girl had to kind of wholesale everything like directly from or whatever like that, which is a little bit more pricey. So, you know, even if we think about so-called black women that are Indians that open up shops and stuff like that, or hair shops, they have to up their price a little bit more because, you know, the way they have to order, the way they have to do it, you know. And then we look at those shops and say, oh, they charge too much, I'm just going to go to the Asian shop. But it's like, it's about the integrity. It's about, you know, where your loyalty lies. You know what I'm saying? If you got to pay an extra $1 for the damn comb or something. You know what I'm saying? If you could really see where she's coming from, that she's not trying to really gyp her people sometimes, okay? Sometimes now, come on, it can be different. But sometimes it's just the way it goes. And then once she has that, she shows another